What's up, team, and welcome back to the channel. As promised, I've mentioned it a few times. We've taken it to a few gigs now. We've got the brand new Bunn Benz 2500 Mercedes Sprinter standard roof, not the high roof like you see the Amazon and UPS drivers with, standard roof, because I'm only like 5'8" probably. We're ready to give you a tour. Finally, we are here at Bunn Gear. We're in the back of the parking lot right now, trying to get out of all the noise and the traffic just to be able to give you guys a proper tour of the brand new Benz. Now, like I said, this is the 2025 Mercedes Sprinter 2500. I was thinking about this the other day when they were doing the upfitting inside. This will be the last van that I ever buy. I think the Mercedes Metris that you guys saw me running for years was probably 7 or 8 years old. By the time this one gets 7 or 8 years old, I'll be 60. Maybe I'll still be out there doing shows like Randy Bennett. He's out there still doing 100 a year and he just turned 60. I don't know, but I feel like this is the last van that I'll ever buy, so might as well do it up right. So we'll start on the outside today. Got my guy Saquon, of course, on the camera. You got to have some sort of branding. Now, listen, I understand what you guys are saying. Oh, you don't want all this branding because it basically screams steal me. And I never do that. I didn't do it with the Metris. I'm not going to do it with this, but we got the matte black Bunn DJCompany play button logo here on the outside, but added this new kind of Joe Bunn signature logo as well. Shout out to my man Alex over at Corporate Graphics. It's not a wrap, I guess it's just basically a big vinyl install. Let's go around to the front. Only thing we did on the front, the wheels were blacked out, the van was blacked out, so we didn't have to wrap the whole thing. That would have been $5,000 or $6,000, so it was hard to find a black one, to be completely honest with you. Coming around to the front, we got the Bunn DJCompany play button logo with the shiny black license plate. This one didn't have a European size tag, so we didn't have the big Bunn Benz ones up here. We just did a standard plate. In North Carolina, you don't have to have the numbers on the front of the van, so we just branded it. Nothing else up here. You will see the van kind of dripping right now because Saquon and I were so basically embarrassed to show it to y'all because it's end of March here when we're filming it. We got so much pollen falling right now. We'll show you some of the other cars, but we basically went home, grabbed a power washer, washed down the van before we shot this today because it was so dirty. So anyway, keep moving around over here. Again, just a duplicate of the logo on this side. Might be a little bit on the shade. Let's see if we did anything on the back. All we did on the back was just the signature on the bottom right, and of course then we got the vanity plate there, the Bunn Benz plate, and that's pretty much it. Let's take a look on the inside, the front, so you can kind of see. Let Saquon kind of just go in there and I'll narrate. Nothing really. Everything is pretty much stock. They've got really nice seats in these. They're not leather, more like a washable type fabric on the seats. Of course, got the cargo wall. This was brand new, only had a few miles in it. Still waiting on the floor mats that I ordered from a third party. And then the last thing I want to show you guys while we're out here is this. Now, you saw it on the Mercedes Metris, and basically what it is a power inlet, if you will. So I can just take an extension cord, run it out of my office right into here, and then I've got this rigged up on the inside, and I'll show you what it's for when we get into the inside tour. Let's go ahead and move inside. All right, so you got these new style doors here. Basically, they either go to this position and kind of hold, but basically if you release a little bit of the tension and grab this thing here, boom, you can open them all the way, which is what we usually do, open them all the way. Now, everybody always asks about these ramps. This is a new ramp because the one in the Metris was shorter and lower. This one is taller and longer, but made by the exact same company. The company's called Link, L-I-N-K, MFG, Link Manufacturing. This one's got 2 releases instead of 1. Still got the handle here, but the other thing that we did on this one is we had them install these kind of hydraulic lifts, so you can see I can do this whole thing with one hand and just drop it right on down, super easy. And then we've got a nice smooth surface to roll our gear up into. I'm gonna open the side door, stay right there. Another thing before we move inside the van that you're gonna definitely want if you have something like this are these things. They're called slick locks, and they're basically made for whatever vehicle you have. They come with some sort of kit like this, very easy to install. And then this kind of hockey puck goes over it. And then I just take my key and slide that little cylinder in there, turn it, and then turn these so no water get in them. These are at slicklocks.com. They didn't pay me to say that, but these would make it so you'd either have to cut the door off, or even if you broke in the front of the car through the glass, you'd have to have a torch to cut open the cargo wall to get to the back. So make sure you've got some slick locks on your van. Woo, what's up? Coming in the side door here. So I went to my friends over at Fusco, which is Fleet Upfitter Supply Company. My guy Matt over there always takes care of me and my vans. And I would say if you're going to do something to a van and want to do it the right way, unless you're going to go in there and build wood frames, which I've seen some of my DJ friends do, like Dan Quinn out in Texas, this is the way to go. All you got to do is Google Fleet Upfitter, and usually there's going to be somebody in your area or somewhere near you that can do some of the stuff that you see in here. So we're going to start over here on my left, Saquon's right. And basically what we did are these shelves. I think they're about 4 feet long, it looks like. And we've got 1, 2, 3 shelves. Obviously, we got our brand new Evolve 90 tops up here, just in their cases. We got our both lighting uplights, the IR4s here and here. A power thing on the outside of the van. And then basically it runs from the driver's side up high along this piping all the way down. And then it goes to a power strip there. The power strip goes to an IEC cord, just your standard cord. I had that plugged in the side. I've shown you all these before, but these are what I use to prop the lids open on these because they get hot when they're charging. Boom, plug in my cord, hit the power switch, and if we were plugged up to the building, boom. I've also got another IEC cord down there. Plug those uplights up, hit the power switch, put the little kickstand in there, boom. And so that's how I charge my uplights. Don't have to take them inside anymore. Another bonus item I made, or I didn't make it, I basically just took a little shorty extension cord coming again off the power strip. I put this little splitter on here, and then there's a road case with my both lighting moving heads, the battery powered spots, and they have the chargers in there with them. I literally just plug those chargers in there, plug the uplights up as well. And again, the only thing then I have to take in to charge up are my tubes, which I'm still possibly going to work on something in here where I don't have to take them in. My Boat 360 tubes. If we were taking the eVerse 8, obviously I usually take those inside to charge them up. But again, I could probably charge them right off that power strip in the van if I wanted to. And then of course my cameras, which I always take in anyway because we dumped the footage from the previous weekend. So the only other thing to show you kind of back here, this is where we put the tubes. They just are in their standard bag from both lighting in their sleeves. And then these are our tripods for our eVerse 8s. Also on this side, we've got our tank holder that our guys at Fusco installed. If you're using CO2, you want to make sure that these tanks are super secure because if they come loose, they basically can take off like a rocket, or with the type of gas that it is, they can actually suck the oxygen out of your vehicle. So even if you don't have the van or you're transporting them in your car, always make sure your windows are cracked when you're riding with these, because again, they will suck the oxygen out of the car, I've heard. Super dangerous. All right, these are called L-tracks with these little D-rings. You can move these up and down the tracks. And basically what I've done here is I've taken the R12 Rock and Roller cart, the Stealth Edition, the all black edition. We've got our color key pop-up totems in their custom Tukey bags. Don't ask me about the bags because I don't think I can get Tukey to make them anymore, but they made me a set years ago that are still standing up great. We've got 1, 2 of those color key totems in these Tukey bags, and then we just leave them on the Rock and Roller, strap that down to the L-track. It goes all the way up here. As you come on inside, Saquon, you can see in front of the Rock and Roller, we've got the big boys, the subs for the EV Evolve 90s right here. We have a strap around them, and then we also have their wheel locks. They're on their caster plates right now. Wheel locks on the back, so we roll it in, wheel lock it, roll him in, wheel lock it, strap it, bring that entire cart with the color key pop-up totems already on it, strap that, ratchet strap that. Then we got our Bunn Gear, of course, Command Center here with the custom Tukey covers, both lighting movers here, both strapped right to that cargo wall so they're not moving around any, and they have wheel locks on them. This is just one of these grip and gaff bags. If you don't have one of these are awesome. They basically hang off the back of your Rock and Roller cart, and they can carry your tube lights or your tripods. The only other thing we use the shelves for is we've got the club cannon here down in its plastic case. We usually put our SKB case here with all of our cameras. And then on the very bottom, of course, you've got your Bunn Gear quad pods, the ultimate lighting stand for your tube lights. And then I guess the final, piece, if you want to come hop out the side door, Saquon. And then the final pieces here are, we've got our main toolbox with all of our main cables, antennas, batteries, gaff tape, all the parts. And then if we ever need to do long runs, we have a bin full of 25-foot NLFX extension cords and a bin full of 25-foot NLFX XLR cords. And that is pretty much everything that we carry. The only thing you're not seeing in here that we usually carry with us are, like I mentioned, both 360 tubes. We have 8. We usually carry 4, but they would fit right back there where the tripods were, vertically with a strap around them, so those are out of the way. We also usually carry 2 eVerse, one for cocktail hour, one for the ceremony, so those are inside as well. And they usually go on the floor by the quad pods, and we just put a strap around them so they're not, swinging around inside the van when we're driving. And then, like I said, the camera box would go on one of these shelves right here. But that is everything, plus we've got room to walk down the middle to add other pieces if we needed them, like if we had to take more CO2 or maybe even more speakers. Like if we had a really long room, we could still put, with ease, the Evolve 50s, whether we put them on top of the 90s, because we've got so much headroom. As you can see, like when I get in here at about 5'8", I can stand all the way up here, and then my head just touches it, and then it would hit like the braces, which there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. But basically in the void, my head just grazes the top. So you can tell a standard roof is plenty for what I needed. I didn't really want to drive or have the tall roof. I think from my calculations, this would still fit in a parking deck. The one place it won't fit, as you just noticed, because we just went there and then had to turn around, is it does not fit in those car washes that you drive through. So anyway, we sprayed it down before the video because I knew you guys would clown me if you saw the pollen all over this beautiful new black Benz van. So that, my fellow DJs, is the tour of the brand new Bunn Benz Mercedes 2500 standard roof Sprinter van 2025 into beyond touring vessel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. What are you doing? Are you just going SUV style? Do you have a trailer? Do you have a van? I'd love to see how you have yours kitted out. I always enjoy seeing those kind of videos, those kind of pictures, so please share those with me. I always read your comments. I always personally respond to those. And again, we drop new videos every single week on this channel. We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers this year, maybe more, please. So please subscribe, thumbs up, comments, all the big things. Thank you guys so much, and see you next week.